Okay, everybody,
One
listen to
second,
this.
sir. Yeezy, we going live. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yes. Don't let OMG. I'm gonna let y'all come on in, get in. I said we was gonna go live. I had an update video that was just talking about the trade situation before this news broke out. Of course, people on that video, they getting mad. Oh, your timing is off. I was like, look, this just came out, people. Y'all so sensitive, but that means that y'all up there searching for Calvin Ridley. This face right here says it all. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I, I mean, come on, people. Oh yeah, y'all piling in already. Come on, people. I need them chats. We're gonna let y'all get on a little bit. What up, Andrew? How you doing? But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all get a little feel on that. Get your blood boiling a little bit because yeah, this just hit us like I don't even know what to say, y'all. Yep, yep. I don't know what to say. Shake my head. Definitely, definitely. Hey, Trucker Mike, how you doing? How are you doing? Pete Carroll's bubblegum. Hello. Pretty good. How about you? Good. I'm ex. Well, you know what? This news right here, I'm not good. I ain't gonna lie. This news right here got a lot of us pissed off. And it's not gonna be a nice episode because it's nothing you can really ain't nothing nice you can say about this because this man is still trolling people. He's even on Twitter just making a mockery out of this situation. And you're right. A F you to us, definitely. And he's done. I guarantee that he is done. Oh no, he's not gonna be a Falcon anymore. Hey, Mr. Wheat. That's a new name I haven't seen, but hey, if you changed it, what's up? What's up? Facebook user, I'm sorry, it's not showing who you are, so you're gonna have to say who you are. Now, of course, it's no introduction, it's nothing. We just gonna get into the meat and the potatoes of what's going on. So basically, after um Mr. Calvin Ridley went on his hiatus about November 5th, he made some bets between the November 23rd through the 28th. And of course, it was a series of less than 10 wagers from his cell phone, including 3, 5, and 8 game parlays. He did bet on the Falcons, but they're saying, but never against them. But fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? The point is you're betting, and I'm sorry. The point is you betting, period, while you sitting in your whole comfy couch with this mental health issue, or quote unquote, or whatever you call it. It's saying that the Falcons were made aware of the league's investigation on February 9th. And of course, the Falcons made a statement that reads, we have cooperated fully with the investigation since receiving notice and support of the league's findings and actions. We are moving forward in the 2022 season with the decision that was made, which is him being suspended, with the decision that was made by the NFL. Any further questions on the investigation should be directed to the league's office. And yes, Facebook user, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but bet I don't know why my thing is so slow, but you guys see that. This is just this is the ultimate betrayal. It truly is. And of course, y'all can come on in and chime in if you want to. I mean, it's pretty much the gist. I ain't gonna go deep into all of the details, but basically, we don't have Calvin Ridley on this organization, this squad, after all this pity party that he was trying to, make us feel for him. Yeah, Sean, what a traitor. What an absolute traitor. I hope y'all can see these comments come up. I don't know why it's not showing on my screen, but let me take this awful picture off my screen because
Yeah,
I'm
man.
I'm I'm sick
Because
of it.
hold on, let me go ahead on the picture.
You want to go ahead and get it on the picture? Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Wash your hair, god damn it. Brush your teeth. Take care of your face, man. You look ugly. You're making millions of dollars, but take care of yourself.
But we look,
Damn.
we're gonna try our best not to go too deep in, but come on, come on.
Wash your hair and shit.
Look. I am not happy at the news that's breaking now. Of course, yeah, he's a fool. He's definitely a fool. And it's definitely not a good look for Kevin Ridley right about now. And he's just joking about, hey, I'm gonna be back. Let me take this picture off of here, you guys.
I think jackass might be a better word than fool for right now.
Jack ass. That's who he acting like. Definitely. Definitely. You know, what do you got to say, Devonta? What you got to say on it?
I just feel as a Falcons fan disrespected because you sat out last season saying that you had a mental health issue,
Mhm.
and it hits me to heart because I just went through all that at least like 2 years ago with my fiance, going through that in and out of mental institutions and stuff. For you to sit out, and we used to give you that respect and say, hey man, just go ahead and get it straight. And for us, you never give us an update. We every week to week we see Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot even now saying there ain't no update. And then the update that we do get is that you over here betting on games and betting on the game that you refuse to show up to. Like, how am I
Yeah.
supposed to ever respect you?
And there's not going to be any respect for this man. And then, of course, people out there, oh, please, please, please. No, no. You gave your ass a kiss, just like a certain somebody we don't speak about anymore. You gave us your ass a kiss. And no, I'm not going to respect it at all. I mean, and honestly, I tried to give the benefit of the doubt. Because of course, like you said, I go through my own mental illness too. Like I had just took a hiatus. Everybody know Atlanta Falcons Nation took a break because Miss Maggie T needed the damn break because she was going through some anxiety and some emotional issues and things like that with her own mental. But that's real. You know what I'm saying? I took my real break. I wasn't betting on shit. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get my mental together. It's you that play on these other players that like Hayden Hurts that's actually serious about what's going on. This man got a whole documentary where he broke down, he almost committed suicide. This is going to change the game on people that sit there and play that mental card as well. That's how I look at it. It's unfair to people that are really going through something. And then of course people saying, "Oh, he did it after he announced it." Okay, sure. You know, anybody can say, "Oh, I'm going through something," just for sympathy. It's like I don't feel bad for Kevin Ridley at this point. I'm highly disappointed. Let me go ahead and get to some more comments. We couldn't even open up. He couldn't even open up about being honest about whether he wanted to stay in Atlanta or not. If he wanted to leave, he should have said so. I hope y'all seeing my comments because are y'all seeing the comments I'm putting up? Because on my
Yeah,
end,
Yeah,
I
it's
we
can
not
see
see
him.
it.
showing. Okay, thank you. Because I don't want nobody to be left out. And Trucker Mike said, um, Darby is the only one on the depth chart for next season. The front office, and yeah, the front office knew February 9th. So that's why they kind of pretty much halted negotiations of any type of trade. And it was a comment. I actually put it in the group with the guys of what Terry said. And this is right before I made my video. I read the comment. I was like, you know what? There's a little bit more to this comment than normal because normally it's basically we got nothing to say. We'll give it to you when we give it to you. But I put in the group chat about what Terry had to say this particular time, and it was basically during the combine interview. He said that I understand the frustration from everyone regarding the situation. It's just not something that we can talk about right now. Red flag, little hint right there. Something we can't talk about right now at the appropriate time. We will share everything we can. That's something he just commented. So it went from, oh, we don't know, we don't have an update to we can't say anything right now because guess what? This son of a bitch is under investigation.
And it also went for him to say, "Oh, that's a better question for Calvin." You can't ask him nothing else. So
Mm.
what does that mean? You can't ask
It's,
him nothing. If you can't talk to Calvin, Arthur Smith can't talk to Calvin, and Arthur Blank came out and stated that he had to reach out to him through his agents. You telling me his owner can't talk to him? All right.
This is bad for our fan base, man. We just took a huge hit.
yeah,
I don't see
we
how we coming back from this. Ain't no coming back from this. I mean, we fucked up. Okay,
we
since
no, actually we didn't fuck up. He fucked up.
he
Let's
fucked up.
correct that.
It- I mean, what I mean is like he. He trying to get us fucked up, right? I I started thinking like season already over before it started.
My thing is, it's like it's after we already took a big blow last season, you guys, and we're not even into the new season already, and we're going through this all over again, people. What more can the Atlanta Falcons take? Oh my goodness. And I like what you said. I shouldn't have bought his jersey. It's gonna be a lot of people very highly upset because
I I need a cleanse of just players with that mentality. I'm tired of it coming through Atlanta every time. I
yeah,
don't need no more Tack McKinleys. I don't need no more Calvin Ridleys. I don't need no more rah-rah players that don't show up on the field. I need people like Cordero Patterson that actually care about this team, respects this team, and really wants to play in Atlanta. I'm tired of we getting multiple players disrespecting the franchise and the fan base, but people still want to cap for those players and say, well, he didn't want to play with Matt. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
oh
Stop
no,
disrespecting the same team that you claim to love.
yeah. Oh, but they say, oh, but he batted for the Falcons, so it shouldn't matter. Like the point
But that
is,
don't
you
make
betted.
was that
Period.
supposed to make us feel better? That's the exact game he was scared to go to.
So you like I'm not willing to play, but of course I'll make some money off of your behinds while I sit on my ass. That's
All while
exactly what
Crying,
that
also
meant.
yeah.
still making money. He did not. He received every single check while on his ass and bet money as well. And I'm supposed to
Absolutely.
respect you? Hell no.
No. And Reese said, mental health is not a joke. He should be ashamed as I had my problems when my mom died. That's what I'm saying. Look, I'm telling you, January, I'm going to repeat this again. Everybody was wondering what was going on with me. January is the death, not the death, but the birthday of my brother that passed away in June of last year. And that was 4 days after my birthday, people. So I'm already mourning. Then we also put a staple of our family. She was in her 80s to rest in January too. She kind of passed away of dementia, but I think COVID kind of pushed her on over. So hearing about Kevin Ridley's own issues, I thought I could relate to a player that was possibly going through something. The fact that I was trying to defend him, saying, oh, well, he's just private. You're not going to get much because people that have mental illnesses, they keep those things to themselves. A lot of times it's harmful to do that, but to play on that, if you really are not going through that, to go sit there and play around because you just too lazy, that you're not that real number one receiver, sit your ass down and go somewhere then. Like if you don't want to play the game, bye. You know what I'm saying? And somebody got on me earlier about I'm saying bye-bye to Calvin Ridley. Of course, I am. Because of the fact that you made a fool out of us. You
And
disappointed a lot of people.
you better not be spotted in Atlanta,
And it's the
Calvin
one
Ridley.
right here that kind of wanted to talk about it. I'm talking about you. Um, so because he gambled me, he didn't have issues. It don't matter what he had going on. It's the fact that after the fact, you're still making a joke out of it. You're making a mockery out of it.
You keep
So
tweeting. He keep tweeting.
you
See now, he
continue to
keep
tweet
tweeting.
and making it like it's a joke. So if you're sitting here defending this man, that's on you. That's your prerogative. But
We're gonna have Falcons fans defend the players that just gave us
Yeah.
their ass to kiss. We're not
yeah,
doing that no more.
we're not
As far
doing
as
that no
Atlanta
more.
Falcons Nation, whatever platform you see me on, I am not going to cater to the players that give this fan base and this city they ass to kiss. No more.
Absolutely.
He
You know,
just say, he just say, what do you say now? If you know me, you know my character.
And another thing, can I say this real quick?
go
Yeah.
ahead.
I'm so sick and tired of people saying because you have a feeling about Calvin Ridley and you're saying something that you don't know nothing about mental health. I go through this too. A lot of people go through it. I just told you, literally, someone I know close to me just came out of a mental institution. So you can't tell us, oh, we don't know about mental health.
Oh yeah, my
Maggie
daughter.
just said she took a break for her mental health
Yes,
recently, and you
and
can't say
my
that we don't
daughter
know.
was in. I mean, no, not too much information, but my daughter actually had to visit one of those facilities because she was dealing with her own things. You know what I'm saying? So, and it runs in my family, unfortunately. So I have hands on about what mental illness is. I get on this channel every day and you don't know what I'm going through. But guess what? You're gonna see a smile, you're gonna see a good mood, but you don't know if I'm harming myself, if I'm cutting myself, if I'm ready to jump off a ledge. You don't know if I just cussed somebody out. If you don't know if I just woke up and cried, you don't know anything. So for you to joke about it, about you don't understand what mental health is, shame on you. But somebody to sit there and play with it, that's terrible. That's terrible. And I'm done with drafting Alabama receivers. Sonya, I'm seeing a lot of people saying that at this point. I saw OG on Mike's channel saying the same thing.
I like what King Quest just said.
I'm trying to go down the line. Let me
This man
go.
tweeted more. He said, what he said? He said, this man tweeted more about his gambling than he did about his so-called mental health. You see it?
So if we can bring it back,
Bring it
when
back.
he started to trend on Twitter a little bit, you know what he did? Post his stats on Snapchat.
Yeah.
After that, and we caught him again when somebody was saying, "Oh, I want him to get traded to the Miami Dolphins." He likes that tweet, and he likes another thing on Instagram about leaving.
Yeah.
That's how bad you want to leave. I can respect you just wanting to leave, but it's
Yeah.
like
Just
you're
say I
hiding.
don't want to be just like Julio said. I hate to say his name, but at least he was open. It's like, well, I'm out of here. It's like, well, at least we got them know what the fuck he's trying to do.
But
You over there,
you hiding at the house though, saying this stuff, and then
yeah,
when you came out, you get caught gambling. People still capping for you. Like, come on, dog.
talk about
You're not finna.
it was just this amount of money, and I'll be back in next year. Like
It was just this amount of money. I don't got a problem.
that's
Really?
somebody cheating on their spouse, and it's like I was just, you know, like, but you still cheating on your spouse. Bottom line. So just because it was your friend that you might know, it's okay though. We should bypass that because it's not that bad. It could have been a prostitute. It could have been a stranger. I'm just saying, you guys,
Yeah,
he's trying
yeah.
to make it seem like it's a little lighthearted situation. No, sir. It's opened up a lot of, because of course, I'm pretty sure he's not the only one. Because
I
from what I'm hearing, it's an ongoing investigation about several players at this point, is from what I'm seeing. So might be a couple of more out there that's going to get kind of exposed with this situation, because it's not the first time we heard about some players getting into trouble in some type of money situation.
RG3 tweeted earlier that they tell these players every year that you are prohibited from betting on NFL games. So we ain't not finna act like he just made a mistake. He knows. And these other players that's gonna get exposed with this investigation knew. And no, it doesn't make it right when people say, well, all these other people in organizations doing insider trading. That don't make it right for you to do it.
I hate to say it, but I got to say it. This dude is crazy. Calvin Ridley is crazy, like crazy, crazy. I don't mean like crazy, like he's acting like a fool. I mean crazy, crazy. He's fucking losing his mind.
I
He
think
just
no,
proved
it's
us.
just, well, you got to think about it. Like, have you ever been exposed or got caught like when you was a kid, your hand in the cookie jar, and then it's like, you know, you start reacting, and you know, you want to, you know, because he even said people that know me know my character, so he's feeling guilty at this point. He's going through that guilty stage. It's like,
If we knew your character, you wouldn't have to defend yourself so bad, bro.
correct,
You
you're
really don't.
defending
You
yourself.
tweeting back to back to back. We ain't seen your ass in how long, but you tweeting so long, bro.
You
Well,
feeling
You
some
talking about
type
like
of
this,
way
footballers,
now.
yeah, like this
and
dude
then
said
you had the
earlier.
nerve to disrespect Brian Finner. I know all Brian Finner got his
Yeah,
own faults, but you talking about I don't even know you like that, bro. We don't know you like that neither, since your investigation then got exposed in a few days after doing that. How about that?
And AJ Evans said, didn't the Dolphins owner get flat out nothing for trying to convince Brian Flores to tank games? Like I said, it's there's some ongoing investigations about NFL is kind of in deep water right about now, to be honest. So I think they're trying to go after people that can make examples, you know, like, well, no, it's not us, it's the individual, you know, you get it. And if NFL is on the fire right about now, so they trying to, you know, cover everything and expose it's going to be a circus. I can tell you that. And you said, could you stunner his trifling ass? And Facebook user, I'm so sorry. I wish your name was showing, but it says, this is what Michael Vick was talking about. And of course, I see somebody saying, give back the church. I mean, It's over with. It's done with. The church is gone. The Falcon Stadium is over there. I know y'all still in your feelings about it, but this has nothing to do with that. Come on now.
What church?
The church that the stadium was built over, where they took the money and decided, hey, we'll move elsewhere so that this new stadium can be built. So of course they're saying it's a
Oh,
curse and things like that, but that's an individual Calvin Ridley thing. That has nothing to do with that. No, but
you talking
AJ,
about? Are you talking about the Mercedes-Benz Stadium or like the Georgia Dome?
well, not the Georgia Dome, but the new stadium, Mercedes
I
Benz.
never, I never heard about that story.
Oh, you haven't heard it? Okay. Oh, okay. But yeah, it's a so-called thing
Hmm.
where, but we ain't gonna get into that. I don't like talking about it because
Oh,
that's just kind of a, that gets kind of sensitive there. So AJ Evans said, no matter how you say it, if we are down two top receivers in 2 years, either we are having a walk-on trial or getting a player of the same caliber. I don't care. I want Mike Williams. You know what? And this kind of makes the draft a little interesting. It makes the free agency just a little interesting. What do we do now? We do have some players on the squad that are now probably like, oh, okay, you're under the cap at this situation. Let me go ahead and boost my little, money up and try to get a contract situation. Who is calling me?
Like TF said before, Terry Fontenot, he's trying to find the diamond in the rough, some people that will retain the same attitude that Cordell Patterson has. That's why he went to the CFL and grabbed those two guys, knowing that they're like, what's his name? D. Alford literally tweeted the Falcons like in 2019, "Yo, if you need a cornerback, I'm here." Like and now he's here after some experience up north. Then they grabbed another guy, Braden Lineas. He's wide receiver, but he's going to be playing tight end. They're grabbing all sorts of players to see how committed are they to getting an NFL career. So I think that's how they're going to start building this team. I know everybody's saying that Frank Darby is the only like wide receiver on the depth chart. He's not. They have a lot of players actually on future contracts at wide receiver. So they're going to have guys that actually are hungry to stay on this team.
Well, I got a list actually of who we kind of got listed right now. Under contract right now is, of course, Darby, Christian Blake, Chad Hansen, Austin Trammell, Braden Lanus, and Olamide Zacchaeus. So that's kind of who we got that they're available to play in 2022. So with that being said, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Y'all kind of give me an idea where you think the Falcons need to go with this. And I see Chase Smith says, I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Now being a rumor all year caught his baby mama cheating in their house. Yeah, I heard about that too. I definitely heard about that rumor. I didn't hear too much about it, but I definitely heard this. The Nation said this man's a human being. He did wrong, but damn, lots of people acting like they don't fuck up themselves. Look, my thing is, it's how you act after the fact. Okay, it's how. Now, if you own up to it, okay, I made a mistake, I'm sorry, but you're continuing to tweet, you're continuing to laugh out loud about it. So you think I'm supposed to, okay, Calvin Ridley, let me kiss your boo-boos for you. It's going to be okay. No, you do the crime, you do the time. And yeah, that is just a rumor. I definitely get it. I definitely get it. Let me see.
I ain't gonna really too speak about rumors, but I'm sure I'm not going to be on a yacht with my cheating spouse. Just to say
Absolutely. I don't know why my screen went. And I see Buck Skull Gang. You ready to get in here? I don't know why my thing is acting slow. And y'all act like y'all own him, and you act like you love him.
the good
So
thing is, the good
you
thing
act
is,
like you in love with the man or Matt Ryan. Good Lord, dude, get out your feelings. You've been at me all day. Honestly, I can't. But
the good thing is,
what's your beef with me for some reason? For some reason, he been on me all day. He's having a bad day. That's why I said y'all just don't
well,
feed the
when your
trolls.
favorite
All
player
right, Bucks
get
gang.
out,
I'm gonna get Buck Skulls gang on here. What's going on, sir? I
Hello,
hope my screen will
ma'am.
let you get
I
on. There
was
you go.
surprised when I heard the
I like the
news.
glasses. I haven't seen you in a
Hello,
minute. And speaking
I
of
ma'am.
mental health, how are
Yeah,
you?
that's.
Because
I'm
I
doing
know what we
okay.
talked about last time on one of my lives. You was going through it yourself. Are you okay yourself? Can you hear me?
Kind of, sort of, still.
Okay. You
Yeah.
wanted to chime in on this what's going on?
We can talk about the Kevin Ridley thing. This is about Falcon stuff. We could talk about.
Yeah, just Calvin Ridley right now. This is really the
Yeah, I
focus of
know.
this episode.
Man, I know. Man, how do we know? We don't know if he's guilty yet. We don't know what's going on. Proven not guilty, right? How do you guys?
Well,
Is it?
I mean, they basically have evidence that he pretty much bet it. I don't know why my screen is. I'm gonna jump in and out. You guys go ahead and go because I'm
It's
free.
the
I'll be
NFL,
right
but
back.
bro, listen. It's the NFL. They got investigated. They know what's going on, man. They can track anybody. They know anybody information, man.
What you mean, the phones and the computers?
He pretty much killed. He pretty much killed his chances of appealing with laughing about it on Twitter. Because could he have appealed and kind of got around and got to 6 games or something? Maybe, but not now.
But look at this. They
Yeah.
have to go. He still have to go to court still. Hello.
Yeah. I'm listening.
At this point, with them investigating Calvin and just outing him, and then you said there's
Is
several
it
more
almost?
players coming after
It's like
this, it's going to be a bigger scandal.
it's like the same story like a Tony Brown thing. I still think a Tony Brown still innocent still. I think the race is about black people though. Just to be real, it's about racism.
I mean, it's not about. I mean, I don't want. Calvin Ridley.
It's race. Hey guys, it's racism. The black people doesn't. Look what Aaron Rodgers did. He did the same thing. Did he get punished? No, he did not. How did he win MVP? Nobody knows.
This Tachilla person, I'm sorry, but he is really a bad apple in the bunch. Like,
I know that guy. That's crazy. He's a crazy guy.
That says King T'Challa, by the way, but
Yeah.
I don't care what
Yeah.
Now
I
that
say.
Hey,
Calvin Ridley is gone, we are saving 11 million.
Mark
That
Cooper. You guys can get Mark Cooper now. Go ahead and get boy Marlon Cooper from the Cowboys or Adams.
man, we got players to speak to the mindset of some of these players. We have players who are stated to be free agents recruiting for
Mhm.
this team. I seen Darren Bates, who they brought in mid-season, that was used to be on the Titans, actually say, "Amari Cooper, let's come running up in Atlanta." Cordell Patterson, multiple times this season, was tweet fellow NFL players, "Hey, let's run it up in Atlanta." We need that mindset from here on out.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, the Bucks about to be rebuilding. The Falcons about to be king of the South this year. Say it. I hate to say it. The
Well, you know
Falcons.
Say it
what?
again. I want to hear it again.
You said that. You
The
said
Falcons.
that.
Yeah, the Falcons got the best roster on paper right now.
And coming from a Bucks fan, I'm glad you repeated that. But guess what, Mr. Bucks? We got quite a few people trying to jump on, so I
I'm being
think we're gonna
serious.
go ahead.
Okay, I'll let you go.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let me
You're
go ahead
welcome.
and get some more players. The people on. I said players. Hey, we might as well be players here. We got Malik Holmes. I hope you're ready to go. Let's go ahead and get you on the live stream. You give your feedback on how you. Oh well, wait a minute. I'm sorry, wrong person. Well, Alex, I'm sorry, I clicked the wrong person. My
Alex.
screen. We got a storm got going on, and it's driving my internet ridiculous. So, Alex, go ahead. Then Malik, you're next. Sorry about that. Alex, are you there?
Yep. What's up, everybody? I'm gonna be entirely honest. I honestly don't have too much to say on what's happening with Calvin Ridley. I knew immediately when the details were just that he got suspended. I knew that he was untradeable, or at least it would be of no value. So it'd just be like the same thing of not trading. Um, it does now bring up more questions about the wide receiving core. Not that's just like it just means that because we were gonna probably use that pick to honestly draft another wide receiver in the draft. And with all of these free agents that are going to be asking big money, it's unlikely that we're going to sign one of these big free agents unless we're making money for maybe Amari Cooper, because I know that we're not going to use all of our money to, go all into Allen Robinson. Or sorry, not Amari Cooper, but not Michael Gallup. So
I think at this point, they might just go get guys that may have been kind of angry with whoever quarterback they may have been with. So I do think with the Chicago Bears connection, they might go after guys like Darrell Mooney and those guys who really got kind of stunted in their development over there, and just grab guys that want to play with a quarterback like Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
That is an interesting that's an interesting dynamic too. But I also do know like there's like because I know Darnell Mooney, if I'm not mistaken, is under contract, and everyone knows about Darnell Mooney, and they're not trying to get rid of him at all. Like even if they're holding him against his will,
I
they
have
don't
to
want to
check
get rid
again,
of
but I'm
him.
sure. I think I saw him on a free agent on the spot track.
Oh, he is. Oh, okay. Well, I thought he was. I think he's. I thought he was still under contract. But if he isn't under contract, I think that would be a great signing for us. But I think most of our building is through the draft because of just we're not in the cap space to really make moves to really push us into that competitive mode right now. Like I think right now we're just kind of still building. Like we had a lot of setbacks and a lot of the guys that got a lot of playing time and showed off things that they can do are now free agents, and we're at the point that we can't really afford these guys. So it's really just building again through the draft, going best player available, and using these guys that we have. And Frank Darby, I think, is someone I think is going to get more playing time, obviously because of that he's the only person on the roster. So we just gotta keen in on these other guys that we still have.
I see a lot of people coming in and out. I'm pretty sure if you in Georgia, you probably got internet issues, probably. So, Alex, I'm gonna let Malik come on in. I'm trying to, make room for everybody to kind of get in and say a couple of things. You had any last minute words you wanted to say?
Um, Go Falcons.
Oh, yeah, go Falcons. Woohoo. Go Hawks right now because they need to win. That's what we need to be doing. Let's bring in Malik. I hope you're ready because I see everybody's internet kind of going in and out. So I get it because mine is kind of acting up too. I'm freezing and things like that. So we're going to keep this short and sweet. So let's get Malik up on here. Hopefully it'll pull you up. Malik, you ready?
Yeah, how y'all doing?
How you doing? How you doing? You wanted to add something to this craziness?
Yeah, great day to be a Falcons fan, huh?
It's a wonderful
Um,
day to be a Falcons
it
fan,
is
guys.
like the Falcons like given the Calvin Ridley situation in a really weird spot because I know for some reason people think that people say, oh, we were going to keep Ridley. Nah, he was already going to get out of here. But the problem is, yeah, you get the 11 million back, but you could have gotten the second. Or maybe if a team was desperate enough, maybe a second and a third or something like that for this year's draft. So that's kind of a thing. But also as a team overall, if you look at it in our division, we're the only team that has at least a decent quarterback. So then you're looking at it like, okay, do we still want to compete and possibly win the division because that gives you a playoff spot, or do you want to just like shut it all down and say, okay, let's just rebuild for real this time because the wide receiver depth chart is pretty interesting to say the least. So it's like it's going to be a really interesting offseason. It's going to be really interesting.
I think those reports came out and they said that Matt Ryan's contract was the code red / emergency. I think that just went to code green because you can't just look at that contract and his cap hit be so large because of all the stupid restructures to save people on this team that wasn't worth a damn. But we're gonna go get into that. But you have to extend Matt and put that money, at least split that money in half because you cannot go into another season without a number one receiver. And I love Kyle Pitts, but he's a tight end. We need an actual receiver as well. And they can't just sit and watch this team play Olamide Zaccheaus and friends on wide receiver right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't you can't be emotionally constipated with that stuff because like I said, it'll be easy for especially for some fans, not all, because they'll probably just let's go ahead and trade Matt and then just screw it, we're gonna. But even if you trade him and get a couple picks, that $48 million cap hit is still gonna sit there. So then you get the pick. But how are you going to sign the picks, and how are you going to have other players? You'll be looking like you'll look like a G League team with the team you got sitting there with that $48 million cap hit. So you have to
I don't
expand to
think
get it.
people understand.
Mhm.
I don't think people understand that it take money to get money.
Right. Hey, what do
Sorry,
I know?
guys. I'm here. I'm just kind of just reading the comments, and of course, like I said, my internet been going in and out. So go ahead, keep going, people, and we're gonna go ahead and bring another person on to join in on the conversation since we got a few people in the back. So let's see, because I saw Pat was kind of having some issues jumping in. I actually see you twice, Pat. So I don't know which one is. I see you put mute on that one. So I guess this is the right one. We're gonna try that one. And of course, everybody that's on here, you can kind of speak. Just make sure you just give each other respect and time. But I'm gonna try this one since I saw that your computer showed that this is the right one. Let's try this one. Okay, Pat, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yes, we can definitely hear you. I saw you was having some issues connecting, but you're here now. So go ahead and add your 2 cents.
Awesome. So, the only thing I have to say is that I have a few things real quick. 2020, we had a better team and we won 4 games. We had a worse team this past year and we won 7 games. So that's an improvement. Another thing is, I think we just need to keep stay with the course. If I was in the front office, I would definitely get my Jordan Davis did phenomenal at the combine. So I would get Jordan Davis, and then maybe my other 2 picks in the second round. Yes, we need a wide receiver. I would get George Pickens. Yes, I'm a Georgia. I may be kind of biased, but George Pickens did pretty good. And then if we want to squeeze another wide receiver, um, that guy, what's his name, Christian Watson from North Dakota State. That's
Yeah, Christian
that's what
Watson.
I would do. And we was better. It seemed like we was actually doing better without Calvin Ridley, so I didn't miss him. So this news with him just doing what he do, I really just don't give a damn because I really don't because I
And
didn't
I
like him
just
anyway.
I just made that take in that it's funny. I had just made a Calvin really update, but it was about the trade talks, and everybody was like, "Oh, bad time." I was like, "Yeah," because of course the news that just broke after the fact. I had put all that and made a special little show. But what I've said was basically I'm trying to repeat what I was about to say. I forgot where I was going with it. Oh, go ahead. I lost my train of thought, y'all. Go ahead, keep going.
Oh no, no, you good. No, I that's what I'm thinking. I mean we do still have Ogun Deji. So we can use him where Dante Follow is and still have we can re-sign Foye, still have Deion Jones and have Walker play step up and play the other linebacker spot. I think we'd be pretty solid. So if that's what we need, I think that getting George Pickens and hopefully and or Watson for North Dakota State will definitely boost on that. Will solve a good bit of our offensive needs there. What y'all think? I appreciate y'all. I know other people want to come in, so I appreciate y'all.
Oh, thank you. And I wanted, and before they get to that, what you were saying, what I was trying to add to what you said earlier was, like you
Yes.
said, that everybody was, Calvin really was already gone. He only played what
Hmm.
5 games. So what I said in my last video I upload, I said we was already used to absent Calvin really anyway.
Right.
So it really we was doing well without him, like you said. But go ahead, you guys. Y'all want to answer his question? He stated.
And we saving
Um,
money. I'm all about that.
yeah,
I'm
that's true.
agreeing
That's true.
with everything you're saying because this team. There's another quote I think from D-Led on Audacity, and when he was on 19.9, he said this team is trying to build from the inside out around Matt for his final days here, and then you have the team more set up for whenever they do feel like having a succession plan. So if you want to go grab a Jordan Davis at 8, grab some pass rushers and make sure this line is able to block, give him more than dang 1.2 seconds to play,
Right.
you're going to see something special from this team. And I have complete confidence in Arthur Smith and Dean Pease in doing that.
How y'all feel about those picks that I proposed?
Um, I I like the picks. Individually, like from a talent perspective, I'm just
Mhm.
not entirely sure. At least for me, value wise, like I like Jordan Davis. I think that him with just maybe some guys that are weaker against the run still puts them somewhere near top 10 run defense, which is saying a lot. But I think I value him the same way I'd value Derek Brown. But a lot of guys are moving away from drafting nose tackles in the first round or drafting them really, really high and things of that nature. So if I were going to draft Jordan Davis, which in my opinion is still kind of a big if, it would be near like the teens, like maybe 16 if we trade back, or
Right.
somewhere in the late first, mid first. But I like the idea because somewhere around the road, we're gonna need a guy that can not only like hold the point of attack and be big, but also like cut down backside and penetrate a little bit. And with that speed
I,
that you just mentioned about Jordan Davis, that's gonna come in really handy.
I'm just
And I
not
agree
sure
with
that
Jordan.
he. Yeah, I'm
Go
just
ahead.
not sure that he is going to be there now since he didn't broke the scale. Now
Hmm.
he's basically a more athletic JJ Watt. So I'm just not gonna assume that he may be there if we do trade back. So that's why I said if they feel like it at 8 because you don't feel like you get them, just grab it and go from in the build from the inside.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, that'd
mind
be one
trading back.
thing.
I just don't want to trade back with the Eagles. I think that'll put the Eagles too much of an advantage because they still got those three picks. So if you trade
Right.
back, you know what I'm saying? We trade. They will probably trade up if they want that 8 spot, but they still got. Say they want to do like the 15th or the 16th pick. I think that's their order, 16th, 17th, whatever it is. They still got that eighth. They still got that middle pick, and then the one towards the end. I think that would be a advantage for them. I don't want to do that. That's me personally. Wouldn't want to trade with them, but I understand what y'all saying, and I'll thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. I'll see
You're
y'all in
welcome.
about
Thank you.
in an
And we're gonna
hour.
go ahead and let Reese. Yeah. I think Mike and them are going live soon. Reese, I'm gonna let Reese go ahead and jump on. Appreciate it. As well, Pat. And let me go ahead and get Reese on the screen. We got Trucker Mike, and I think Yeezy jumped off by accident. So we're gonna get Reese up in here to give his spiel. What's going on, Reese?
Hello,
Oh,
how
what
y'all
happened?
doing? Can y'all hear me?
Cut you off again. Let me try it
Yeah, we
again.
can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah,
No, no,
okay.
I think it cut him off the screen. So there it goes. Are you there?
Oh yeah, y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I just want to say first of all, thank y'all for y'all content. You know what I mean? Rise up, Mason.
Yeah.
I yeah, oh yeah. I just really wanted to say, I know a lot of people want to talk about the comments, and I ain't trying to be all depressed, but that some people in these comments really need to watch what they saying with this mental health issues because talking to somebody who, I had two suicide attempts, and then it's people like Calvin Ridley who I couldn't get help because I didn't have insurance. And so when people cry out for help, you got people that's out here faking it, and it really hurts other people. And so
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to be all depressed. That just really irked my nerves when I found out that news today. And like Mike had said, he was like, man, I called bullshit when I said, and it really sucks. It really sucks for people that need help that's out here in the world. And
Definitely.
yeah, it is really, I'm in tears right now because I really went through a bad state. But I just want to tell the people, anybody who's listening, like, just don't joke about that. It's not no funny goddamn issue. Like,
Absolutely.
it's really people out here who's fucking hurting and who don't have insurance, who don't have money. And Calvin Ridley fucking betting, like, I don't know, man. That shit just
Yeah, that's what I be telling people all the time. Like mental health is just as much a social economic issue as it is an individual issue. Because you got people out there that are going through those kinds of issues that are either
right.
afraid to talk about it because they feel they'll be ridiculed by people who've never experienced it, or like
Yeah,
you said, they don't have insurance. So if you got someone that has the insurance, or we would like to think so, him being a professional athlete, would like have the means to get help, but instead of getting help, assuming he needed it, instead he's like kind of poking fun at it, because then it's like, okay, what does that say about your teammate?
Yeah.
Hayden Hurst, who like literally broke down in tears talking
Oh
about
yeah.
his issues,
Mm-hmm.
and other people in the NFL that might have them but didn't even say anything. So it's like you were not only disrespecting your average person, but also like your
The
peers
world.
that are other athletes, other coaches. You're disrespecting everybody.
Yes.
You know,
Like,
But
and I want to
hey,
add to that real quick. It's just basically, for one thing, like you said, it's going to make it where other players that might be going through this thing not even
can
going to
get
speak
help.
out loud and get help, because it's like now y'all going to think I'm joking and playing around to make some money.
Hey, but like I said, I want to keep it short. I'm sorry because I know a lot of people. I know y'all busy, but I do want to salute y'all because the first thing y'all did was like, if this is serious, y'all acknowledge the problem. You
Because
know
I
what I mean?
can
Like,
relate. I'm going through, I'm still going through mental health issues right now. It's like, I'm not going to go into my story, but I'm
yeah,
really still going through something.
God,
But of course, you
God,
got to live your life every day like it's you got to live your life. You can't lay in the bed. You can't be moping around. I lost a
yeah,
lot of people. I lost friends. But guess what? I'm still a mother. I still got to pay bills. I still got to
got to
get
keep
up
it
and do
pushing.
my
Got to
thing.
keep it
I got to
trucking.
keep it pushing. Got to keep it trucking. But me sitting here, y'all, Twitter, I fooled you. Shame on me for doing that. If I'm sitting here acting like something is wrong with me,
Yes, that's
and
crazy. How
you
can you
know,
be? I couldn't even look myself in the mirror if I played around with some shit like that. Like that is like low down. That's worse than Julio almost. Well, it is.
It's worse than Julio because actually, if you look at it, even before Julio's injury, he was still putting up numbers. Like in that Carolina game when he was just like going beast mode on everybody. Ridley was just dropping a bunch of passes, cough cough, Washington game, and
Well,
was just
Mike Tomlin, he won't run for it.
yeah, like he'll catch the ball, run backwards, try to moonwalk, and then do
there's,
I don't
I
know what.
literally have a Twitter. I seen a video on Twitter of him being so scared to just get a first down. I'm so annoyed with seeing players like that. And he literally, I've seen a play where he would go in a whole circle just so he doesn't get touched. You cannot play football like that.
No, it's a
Yeah,
contact
do that in
sport.
Madden. Like you try that in Madden, they gonna be looking at you like, what?
and
But I ain't
guys,
gonna hold.
let me bring
Oh,
up Trucker Mike. You can go ahead and stay on, Reese, and if you're jumping off, that's fine too. But let me get Trucker because I know he's kind of been waiting too. But if you wanted to say your last minute things, Reese, before Trucker gets his words in, I just didn't want him holding and waiting for too long. But go ahead, Reese.
oh no. Oh yeah, I'm done. I just want to say God bless everybody, man. Everybody keep their head up, and I thank y'all for y'all content. I really look at y'all like a whole lot, and I thank y'all for everything y'all do.
Oh, it's definitely no problem. I appreciate everybody that's definitely suspended for the entire season, Eric. The
Yeah,
entire season. And
Yeah.
thank you again, Reese, for definitely tuning in. It means a lot when everybody can kind of put their own experience into it. It just means that you're listening. And of course, you never know who's going through it out there right about now. Everybody got to stop making fun of this whole mental illness thing like
definitely.
it's a fun thing to do. Appreciate you, Reese. You
All
have a
right,
wonderful and
love.
hang in there. Hang in there. All right. Get Yeezy back on. Trucker Mike, you jumped off again. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna get I think Reese is getting off the screen. Okay, he's disconnecting. All right. Trucker Mike, what you got to add?
Hey, how you doing this evening, everybody?
How
Doing
you
good.
doing?
Just edited again on my end. I'm in the process of heading back to Georgia from North Carolina as we speak.
Hey, so you traveling and tuning in. Okay, okay.
Yep.
Well, come on back to
But
Atlanta.
but my input on the whole thing, like, you just do not play around with mental health like that. Like it really upsets me with him that he will go and do that, because I literally got my brother's stepdad, my brother's dad right now. He got all kinds of mental health issues. And you just don't play around with stuff like that. For the simple fact that I just lost my grandmother around Christmas time. And I think you remember Miss Maggie saying that on one of your live streams. And I just lost my great grandmother like towards the end of January. So
Hmm.
like I'm still going through it piece
Oh
by
yeah.
piece. I haven't fully even grasp it yet, because it hurts that bad. But for you to sit here and not give an explanation to the fans or talk to nobody in the organization what you were going on, with your mental health and all that, and you got people taking up for you, but then you turn out and get busted for gambling. Like, really, man? That just some. As much as we talk about Julio and what he did last year, at least Julio would have been out there fighting with the team and not doing no bullshit like this. That's just laughable to me that you really just spat in everybody's face that's had your back and that supported you and wanted nothing but the best for you.
Absolutely. I really was thinking, of course, I was still on my skeptical side of things because his tweets kind of led you to believe that, I don't know, is he really? But sometimes people go through their own mental, issues and handle it and cope certain ways. They might be out in the
Right.
public and smiling, but you don't know deep down what's going on. So it was
Mm-mm.
like I was trying to give Calvin Ridley the benefit of the doubt. I honestly was, but that's my bad, you guys.
Yeah,
No,
cause
that's not your bad because
I was too.
I mean you're not wrong because it's like with mental health it's a very thin line. Like you don't want to. It's very uncomfortable to be that person that's like, maybe he just BSing us, whatever. He ain't doing because then if it's true, you're looking like, oh man, I don't accuse this man of being a liar and the this and the that. So you have to kind of walk that tightrope a little bit in regards to someone's mental health. Because I mean, we got people doing jumping jacks in the end zone, throwing jerseys and stuff
And
everywhere.
stuff.
I mean, it's tough.
like like for me, mental health. Like, I give a good example for that. Mental health is like almost like a thin line between love and hate. You can only do so much before one overtakes the other. And the fact
Yeah.
that he's up here making a fool out of himself on Twitter. Like, and then you want to argue with someone, with a Falcon legend. May not be a top notch legend, but you argue with someone that just loves this team as much as anybody else. But the fact, like, every time you put on that uniform, you represent every Falcon that became for you, with you, and is coming after you. You just basically just spat in Matt's face. And you
Hmm.
left him out, and you just spat in Matt's face. You spat in everybody's face that you ever was teammates with, and
Oh
then
yeah.
you make the owner look bad. And the fact that we as the fans wanted to know from Terry and Arthur, and we couldn't get nothing. You just made the whole city look bad.
And I want to address this no none, whoever you are. How does gambling negate to his claim that he was going through something, y'all? It's basically in his actions. Even if this man is going through something, he was sitting on his couch and he just got in trouble for betting. That's different. But it's your attitude behind the situation. Now it's making it like you're poking fun. So nobody's saying that um
Like I
him
like
betting
I think
is
Yeezy just said or
mhm.
somebody in the comments we've
Which who said it?
we've gotten more tweets from Calvin Ridley in five
Yes.
minutes than we have in 4 months
Correct.
about his
Correct.
gambling. We got more
Hmm.
tweets about that. But what he could not do, and I'm gonna say it on live right now, what he was scared to do was just say he was okay. Everyone asks, "Hey man, we don't care about what you ate last night. We don't care about what your mama doing. Can you just let us know you getting better? You getting okay?" He wouldn't respond
Right.
to the fans that said that, but he would respond to everybody saying something negative. He sure would make sure to respond to them. But when it came to him being okay, he not gonna respond to his true fans that we want to know if he was all right. But we got so many tweets about him talking about, oh, it's only 1,500, LOL, I'm gonna be back. We getting that. That's why we say
And
this
let's not
about him because it's just
and let's not
disrespectful.
and let's not
Go
forget
ahead.
him posting his, and let's not forget him posting his stats on Snapchat. Like, you have all the time in the world to do all this stuff, but don't respond to none of your loyal fans. You're just a joke to
Or
me for that.
or let's not forget when he first left, like an hour before the game, the Washington game, and he was also reported to be at the Braves game that same night. So I mean that was a little weird. It was like, oh, Calvin Ridley's at the Battery, y'all, and it's like, wait, what is he doing at the Battery? Like, what is he doing? Like, he has no business being at a Braves game.
Well, I can say this about that. When you're going through something, somebody might say, hey, like let's say he really was truly going through something. You're gonna try to get out and enjoy yourself. You're gonna try to be there because everybody's expecting to see Calvin Ridley. So it's like with that situation, of course, you're gonna go to the movies, you're gonna try to pretend like everything's okay. You're gonna go to work, you're gonna go to the grocery store, everybody looking at you, oh, I'm good, but something could be deeply wrong. So that situation, I can't say, all right, how can you be doing something, going through something, then you're just enjoying your life? People do that. People do that just to put a face on. But in this situation, like I said, it's after the fact. The way you're acting makes it look a little shady at this point. And I'm gonna
If
send
you're
you a
saying that
link, person frenemies.
if you're saying that you can't, you weren't able to watch the game, but then a lot of people are reporting that you were at the SEC championship game. Why can you watch Alabama, but you can't watch your brothers?
Right.
Actually,
Yeah,
go out
yeah,
there and
and
fight.
I think
Why
and I
can you
think the reason
why can
why.
you bet on the game? Why can you bet on your brothers, but you can't be out there with your brothers? How much disrespect can we take?
And the reason why I brought it up is because like now that like this whole poking the bear thing is out, like he's just poking fun of the situation. It really makes you look at other situations differently. Because at first with the Braves thing, I didn't really care about it. I thought it was kind of funny. It was like, oh, he's there. I mean, Donald Trump was at one of the games, I believe, so it was kind of like whatever. But like when you look at the totality of the situation, it's kind of like, okay, so what else has been going on? Like you're betting on games, and then it's like you're not responding to any tweets of people that genuinely, they're not asking for your social security number. They're just like, hey, are you okay? No response. But then if someone were to say something negative, it's like, you're lying, you're lying, and then it's like, okay, what's really going on?
I even got a bigger question. If he sees the tweet, responds to the tweet, it don't respond to another tweet, some people asking about him, I got a real question. How many teammates that's called him, or how many times did anybody from the organization I'm called to check up on him or anything? How many times did he ignore any of them?
Oh, I'm guaranteed. Even if he did answer the phone, he probably played it. He might answer that phone and was like, "Yeah, oh, I'm down bad. I'm doing bad. Whatever. To put on that facade or whatever." Or he could have ignored them, because our organization seems like, especially, well, let's go back to the Matt Ryan situation, and somebody that we don't mention anymore because he's a Tennessee Titan now, but Matt Ryan seemed really, really, really um moved by it. He was really, it hurt him. You could tell. He said, "I really don't have anything to say about it at this point." I Matt seems to care about a lot of these players on this team. Like, he hugs them, he's embracing them. And so I'm pretty sure, because it's lots of pictures that you see Matt Ryan hugging them and holding them like, "Yes, you're doing it. You're great." He's like encouraging him. So I guarantee somebody like Matt Ryan, Hayden Hurts, or somebody reached out to Calvin Ridley, was like, "Hey man, are you really okay here?"
Because for the simple fact, there are real people like that will admit, hey, I do have something going on with me and I need help. But then there are also those who are going through it, fighting that mental fight in silence, that are afraid to come out because they don't want to feel judged. And the fact that he couldn't say nothing at all, it just goes to show. You talking about, so y'all, my character. How we are really supposed to know who you are? Because you could have been putting on a show the entire time. So how will we really know how you really are? Because we're not in the office or on the field or in practice or in training with you. We just know from what the reports are being put out there. But if you can't give us a good clarification, then it says a lot about you as a person.
Yeah, that's that defense mechanism. It's like, what are you trying to say? Ask my friends about who I really am. You know how somebody that gets in trouble or got caught stealing or something like that. Oh, well, tell my friends. I don't never do that type of stuff. It just sounds like you're in defense mode at this point. Because like you said, he only going for folks that calling him out, all the negativity, but it could have been a quick, not even a 2 minute, "Hey guys, oh, God is good, whatever. I'll be back for the season. Just give me time." Something.
Right.
We don't
Um,
need a whole
so
explanation. And go ahead. Go ahead.
I think this is probably gonna be like one of the few times that I'm really even gonna talk about Calvin Ridley, because honestly, I try my best to stay out of it. Um, and honestly, this is probably an unpopular opinion. I really have no feeling towards Calvin Ridley. I'm not mad. I'm not sad. I'm not. I'm obviously not happy. I just at a certain point, I just don't really care. Like during the season when he stopped coming back to the season or coming back to the games, I realized, okay, there's a problem. And from then point on, I just started imagining life without Calvin Ridley. That it's we're moving forward. When you stop the train, like you got to find a way to get that train back on. So I have no more feelings. If he's going about some way shady, I mean, it is what it is because I have no matter to speak on it. I don't know what's going behind closed doors. Even if he is having a mental health issue beyond all this weird facade stuff that he's doing that indicates otherwise, I have nothing to speak on that because I have no expertise, no nothing and anything about that. All I know is what it is on the field. On the field, it doesn't look like he he just hasn't been showing up. Therefore, I'm assuming that something's wrong, and I can only go and assume that we need to move on. That's the only conclusion now I'm at.
We can only go with what we're being shown. And VF Baller, I'm gonna get you on the screen too. Everybody's been on here. I know everybody got some things to say. We'll probably get on the subject again.
The only thing I'm really gonna say, the only thing I'm gonna say, like we always said, hey, it's next man up. You either want to be here or you don't. Because we gonna get players in this building, on this team, in this organization, who's gonna want to play. Because we ain't got time for the fuckery no more. At this point, enough is enough. We want to see this team do better. We just watched two of our sports team bring championships to this city within the same year. We got to get it right, because eventually I still got hope for this team. And for everybody that keeps hating on Matt Ryan, it's not his fault. Like, how many times has this man been dealt a bad hand over the years, and he has still come to work for this organization, no matter what nobody say. And the fact that he's still putting up numbers every year, like, miss me with that bull crap. Because I'm gonna rock with him until the wheels fall off. Because I said it before, y'all better give Matt Ryan his flowers now while he's still on this team. Because when he decides to retire, we gonna be in QB purgatory trying to find another franchise quarterback, and we gonna be looking stupid like we should have did right by him, or we should have gave him his flowers while he was still on the team. Because this man has done so much. He may not be the most elite he may not be the most best quarterback to some standards by championships or whatever, but he has been here taking the beating with this organization his entire career, and I couldn't ask for no better than that.
Oh yeah, he's definitely taking quite a bit of lickings with this O-line that don't protect this man. He's more on his back than anything. He's like Mr. Wilson over there. And go ahead, VF Baller, what you got to say? And I see the baby in the back. What's up, son?
Yeah, he's still here running around. How y'all doing? It's been a while since I talked to you, Miss Maggie. You been doing okay?
I'm better. I'm a lot better now. Of course, like we've been talking about this mental health thing, I was going through it for New Year's on up until now.
Right. So it's good to see you back. I'm gonna do my podcast a little bit later, and I'm gonna address this. To me, it's much more bigger than what we're talking about. We're talking about this as fans. I'm looking at this guy like the man Calvin Ridley. Now, mind you, before I started doing what I do like here or my occupation now, prior to this, I was in law enforcement. And when you're in law enforcement, you get to see the tendencies of everybody who try to do you wrong. You get to see it. I don't have the book on mental health. I don't have the book on, psychology or anything, but you see the tendencies of what people do and you see what they do. I don't think that what he claimed was mental health is the issue, but I believe him using mental health to do what he did is a mental health issue. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes total sense.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't think what he said was mental health. The reason why he walked away is what's the issue here. But what he did to get to where he is now is a mental health issue. So I feel that he does have a mental health issue, but it's not what he presented it out to be. For him to walk away from the game, and it's been reports that he started doing what he did like right after he walked away from the game, it's a bigger issue to him as a football player. I'm just gonna do a quick spoiler. If anybody who listens to my podcast, I know Wallace Smith in the comments, I know he listens to my podcast every morning. I don't think Calvin Ridley's going to play in the NFL ever again. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think nobody can trust him, and I don't think it's because of the gambling side of things. It's just the fact that what he did to start gambling. You basically walked away from a team, and in some cases, if you look at some of the games that he's played this year, it could be, you can make a case that he did not give his all because he already had his foot in, well, he had money on the table on some games. I'm not saying that he did, but it looks that way. You also could look at a situation where that this has been happening way before this has been allegedly been talked about. I don't believe anybody just walks away from the game and just start gambling because they're bored. No, stuff like this I would not be surprised if this has been going on way longer than it's been advertised. All right, that's just my. I mean, money is money, and if you got an incentive to try to get that bag, you're just not going to do it because, I don't have anything to do around the house because I don't feel like playing football. I feel like this has been something been going on longer than that. I feel that Calvin Ridley has bigger and deeper issues than just being a number one receiver or just being on the football field in general. I feel like he's playing mental mind games. He probably has like some manipulative issues that he manipulated people and other things in his life that he's going to have to deal with that's way more bigger than what we're talking about as fans. Now, me, the fan, I'm glad that we don't have to worry about the 11 million. I do feel that we are in the right space. I do give a lot of credit to the front office because the front office was able to keep this under wraps. And I don't think that they're in shambles because they knew about this as early as February 8th or something
9th.
like that.
Yeah,
February 9th. So they already know what their plan is as far as this team going forward. This is March 7th. So this has been a whole month that they knew about it. So I commend the front office. And another thing before I go, because, I got to get myself together for my podcast. I would not be surprised if other players on the team knew about this. And the fact that they didn't say anything. Y'all don't realize that we 7-10, 28-3, whatever y'all talk about this team, about winning and losing football games, we have a very classy organization in Atlanta. Very classy organization. Because this could have been a total mess.
Oh yeah, it could have been.
This could have been. Yeah, you think that circus. Look at the Dolphins. Look at the owner of the Dolphins. They're talking about him throwing games because the coach got mad because he got fired. Right, unjustly, I believe that he got unjustly fired. But look at the mess down there. This could have been a big issue. Calvin really could have been in a situation where he could have pointed fingers because, hey, this person knew, that person knew. But the fact that nobody said nothing, that's just first class of the Atlanta Falcons. This could have been a disaster for everybody. But that's all I want to say. I don't want to take up your time. I got to get ready to do my show. I don't want to plug anything, but if you want to listen to my podcast 9 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to go much deeper into. I'm going to go much.
Let everybody know who you are. How we can find you, because I'm getting ready to probably end this in a moment anyway. So go ahead and let everybody know how we can find you.
I am a VF Baller, First and Frame Rate show. I do a show on YouTube. Just type in either VF Baller or First and Frame Rate. That should pop right on up. I do a podcast every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. I talk about Atlanta Falcons and or Georgia Southern football. But with this Calvin Ridley situation, I'm going to go in. My son's trying to tell you too. My son, I'm going to go much deeper into what I just talked about. That's probably like the synopsis of what I'm talking about. This issue with Calvin Ridley is way more bigger than our team. And the fact that our team pretty much kept it under wraps shows you how well this team is first class. I don't care what anybody say as far as our team and wins or losses, because this team could have been decimated by this. Real seriously, we could have been in big trouble. That he's the only one that actually been implicated and nobody said anything. Because all it takes is one person to just say anything. Not everybody's on the investigation. But
that's true.
I'm going to get out of here.
Like this investigation is going to bring out, because from what I was reading, I think, of course, because the NFL is on the fire anyway about a lot of these throwing the games and this situation.
Right.
I think the NFL is trying to dig through a lot of things to get a little bit more players out there and exposure to say, well, no, it's not the NFL, it's the players, or et cetera, so they can take the blame and the the highlight off of them. That's what I'm thinking. Right. But I'm just thinking that.
No, you may be right. But one more thing I want to say before I go, because as soon as I came in, I saw this comment. Rahul, he said this is a harsh punishment. The NFL hands out much less punishment for domestic violence. I don't want to sound harsh, But I'm gonna be honest with you, those things right there are considered personal problems. And I'm not condoning it, but when something like that happens, whether you're off the field conduct, yeah, you're going to get you're going to get punished for it. But when you're messing with the integrity of the game, I'm not saying money over somebody's health, but they always looked at those situations as like I said, domestic violence is a domestic issue. It's not anything to do with your job per se. I mean, so that's why the punishment is not as harsh. I hate to say it like that, but that's just the reality of it. Whatever happens, I mean, just case in point, separate your home from job, right? That's basically what it is. And I hate to sound like that because you don't want to see nobody get hurt. You want them to get, prosecuted by the fullest extent of the law. If you hit somebody or you hurt a woman, yeah, but I mean, I totally agree, but it's job and home. Now, if he beat somebody up at the job and beat his wife up at the job, that's a different story. But I'm just telling you, that's why the punishment is not as harsh. But then again, Ray Rice only got 4 games, but he literally is banned from the NFL, pretty much. But that's all I wanted to say.
Well, appreciate you once again. And y'all check out his show, I guess, right after this, you guys. I'll make sure I put something on the stream link so y'all can find his channel and go back and watch it.
Yeah, 9 a.m. the podcast will be up. I'm going to put my son, get him together, and I'm going to start recording. It'll be up at 9 in the morning, Eastern time.
9 in the morning. Okay, yeah. Perfect. And as well as I think Mike Sports is going live soon. I think they were saying 7:30 or 8 o'clock. I'm not sure if they live now. Him and K Styles are going to go in on this subject also. So y'all go on over there and check them out. But anybody got some last minute thoughts? We're going to go ahead and jump off. I'm trying to get everybody comment.
I got some
y'all be blessed. I'm out
because I'm finna park up for the night. But I know for the fact I'm finna go in there check out Matt. I'm finna go check out K Styles and Mad Mike because I know that chat finna be jumping.
You ain't lying.
But as a whole, like you said, I'm pretty sure with this investigation, it's gonna be some ramifications. And Calvin really was that first shot being fired. So I'm pretty sure once they dig a little bit deeper, all hell gonna break loose. It's gonna be something that nobody did. It's gonna be worse than Spygate. You ain't gonna see this one coming. But he gonna have to learn. He's got to learn his lesson the hard way. And the fact that yes, we gonna say some. If he appeals and he loses, yes, they gonna uphold that appeal. They gonna uphold his suspension, and we gonna get that 11 million back. But at the end of the day, I just want us to look forward to the draft and get some pieces in here that's actually going to contribute right away.
Oh, definitely. I'm excited about this draft, free agency. Now that we got, now at least we got a little comfortableness with this, but we still got to fix around this cap situation. And Matt Ryan's big old contract, what we going to do with him? That's another question that's coming up. Thank you, VVF Baller. That's another question. We'll probably say that for another episode, but I'm ready to see what's to come from this now that it's out there, and how are we? Because they got to give us a press conference at this point. They got to address it at this point because now the news is out, and it wasn't the Falcons that put it out. They didn't address it, so now they have to address it and tell us, okay, well, hey, you guys, well, since it's out here, this is how we feel, and how I'm ready to hear what these statements are coming to be, soon. But you know what? We got the Hawks getting ready to play, and if anybody watches the Hawks, we got to win this game tonight. Detroit. They're playing Detroit.
We gotta win. We gotta win this one. This has got to be a spanking on top of a spanking.
And we got an easy schedule for the rest of the season. So guys, they got to get out here and do their thing, because we'll get into the 8th spot if they win tonight, and then of course, we can repeat from, of course, not maybe in the spot we was at, but at least try our best, because look, we got to repeat from last year. We got to get in the playoffs and redeem ourselves. But it's going to take a lot more work, and not just relying on Trae Young at this point, because it seemed like when Trae Young is out the door, Hawks don't know how to play. And Hawks won't do anything this year. You know what? I'm not sold on them either. They've been real inconsistent, and if they can't win this game tonight and an easy schedule after this point, they don't deserve to make it.
I put it like this: they got a fighting chance. At least they ain't doing as bad as them Lakers are. It is up, down, all over the league. It's up, down, all over the league. Like I'm a LeBron guy, but it's an up, down, up, down. Like I can't even watch right now. This is just bad.
Oh, I know. And you know what? And the funny thing is, a lot of people didn't know. I also definitely, well, back when it was, I don't like the Lakers now, but I was definitely watching the Lakers back in the day, along with the Hawks and everything, because so to see the Lakers right now in the state that they are, it's like, you just hold your head down, like, oh, what is really happening? So,
because I definitely can say, even though Stephen A was talking about it today, I'm gonna say it. That Westbrook trade is the worst trade ever.
And we got this Hawks Nation. Yeah, well, I'm gonna be positive, optimistic. I always do, you guys. And of course, I'm gonna be here till the wheels fall off with these Hawks. You already know. I could talk about them. I don't earn my stripes long enough. I can talk about them and love them.
Hey, Miss Maggie, I'm not even gonna be mad if we start. You know how we did those? It's Matt Ryan fault jokes. I don't even be mad if we start them on Calvin Ridley now.
Ooh, you know what? It's coming. It's coming. I'm just gonna get past this storm though, because my internet been bogus today. It's probably not showing on your end.
Trust me, them Calvin Ridley jokes. Them Calvin Ridley jokes is coming. And please believe if you know me by now, being in the group, being in the live chats. Oh, I got something up my sleeve for him.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get that started off. I'm thinking about going again this week too. That after the smoke clears, everybody kind of calm down a little bit. I think we're gonna bring another live back up maybe midweek. So y'all just be ready for it. Appreciate you guys tuning in as well. So I see Lakers won a chip 2 years ago. Yeah.
I don't might care about that Disneyland championship.
Damn, not Disneyland. Well, that bubble championship, oh Lord, they ain't gonna never let that one down.
And yeah, I think you know what he is. One thing about JC, he don't show up when it's needed. Like the postseason, where is he half the time? So.
I do feel like they should have trade him with the trade deadline. I'm still scratching my head on why in the hell they did not do that.
You know what? Right now,
I mean, because you know dang well we're not gonna watch Danilo Gallinari try to play defense every night. Let's not do that.
Hell nah. We watch Gallinari play if he want to. Gonna get posterized every game.
Definitely, Calvin Wiggly. See, the jokes are already coming.
Damn,
Calvin.
I don't got it started.
I mean, his nickname was already a joke. His name Slide Red, and he's sliding his ass right about our line.
He would slide to the left, to the to the back.
That was really his playing style.
Matter of fact, my nickname for him is gonna be Mr. No Contact or Rooney, since he can't take a hit. Every time he get hit, he go spinning.
You can't take this hit now from the NFL. He can't take nothing.
Non-contact hit with Rooney. You can't take it.
But on that note, people, let me just let y'all go ahead and watch these Hawks play, as well as y'all go ahead and tune in to Matt Mike channel. Let me see if he's on now. I think they were saying 8 o'clock or 7:30.
It's probably about to start because I got the notifications on my end. Probably gonna get ready to start.
Okay, yeah. Let me see. 8:05.
Mac, I'm gonna forward something to you in a minute too.
Okay. 8:05 is when Matt Mike is coming on. So y'all enjoy them Hawks and y'all go check out K Styles and Matt Mike over there and show him some love. All right, people. And we out on that note. Appreciate you again. And let's go. I'm ending the stream. Taking forever to do it. My internet is acting up. It's ending.